Have you ever watched someone reach a high position only to see them lose it all? In Formula One, that happens more often than you'd think. Drivers have talent, big names, or even championships, but then something goes wrong. Well, sometimes it is a scandal. Sometimes it is a bad decision. Sometimes it is simply not being ready for the speed and danger of the sport. What makes it even more painful is that you can actually see the moment it all slips away. One wrong turn, and their chance at greatness is ruined forever. Today, we will be uncovering the stories of 6 F1 drivers who faced similar fates. These are not rumors. These are real stories from Formula One history. Each one is different, but together they show just how harsh this sport can be. If you are curious like me, let us dive in without any further ado. Number 1. Nelson Piquet Jr. Nelson was the son of a legend. His father had been a 3-time world champion, and that put huge responsibilities on his shoulders. Yes, he had the name, the backing, and the opportunity. Renault gave him a seat alongside Fernando Alonso, and for a young driver, that was a dream chance. Well, what if I tell you that that dream ended in the worst way possible? In 2008, at the Singapore Grand Prix, Nelson crashed into the wall on lap 14. It looked like a normal accident at first, but later the truth came out. It wasn't an accident at all. The crash had been planned to help Alonso, who went on to win the race thanks to the timing of the safety car. Months later, Piquet revealed what had happened. The scandal was exposed when the investigation was conducted by the FIA. The world called it Crashgate. Renault was punished, and the top team members were also banned. Nelson Piquet Jr.'s reputation was destroyed. Teams no longer trusted him. As we all know, once trust is gone, it is nearly impossible to gain that trust back. His career never recovered, and all his potential went to waste. Number 2. Scott Speed. Scott's story is very different, but it also ended very soon. Scott was the first American driver in F1 in years, and he had a perfect racing name, Speed. Red Bull believed in him and placed him at Toro Rosso. There was so much hype. America wanted a star in Formula One, and Scott had that chance. But Formula One is not a place for rough edges. Scott had speed, but he also made mistakes. Crashes often happened, and the pressure grew. In 2007, at the Nürburgring, he spun out of a chaotic race. After that, tensions exploded between him and the team bosses. Reports said he shouted at them, and they shouted back. The relationship broke completely. Soon after, Toro Rosso dropped him, and in his place came a young Sebastian Vettel. Vettel, as we all know, went on to become a 4-time world champion. Scott Speed, meanwhile, went back to America. He raced in NASCAR, he built a career there, but his one chance at F1 glory had completely vanished. Number 3. Emerson Fittipaldi. Emerson's story will feel more like a tragedy than an explosion. Emerson was a superstar of the 1970s. At just 25 years old, he became the youngest world champion in Formula One in 1972. 2 years later, he won again. He was a 2-time world champion, and the road ahead was wide open for him. He could have been one of the most successful drivers in history, but Emerson made a choice that changed everything. Instead of staying with the top teams, he decided to join his brother's dream project, Fittipaldi Automotive. Well, it sounded beautiful. A Brazilian team fighting against Ferrari and McLaren. But reality was far from beautiful. The car was slow, money was short, and the results were an utter flop. Year after year, Emerson drove at the back, and his talent was wasted in uncompetitive machinery. His results dropped just like his confidence dropped. By 1980, he retired from Formula One, and he was still only in his 30s. He did later rebuild his career in America, winning the Indy 500 twice. But in F1, his best years had been thrown away, and it's only because of a one wrong decision he made. Number 4. Yuji Ide. Some drivers lose their careers slowly, but Yuji Ide lost his in just 4 races. In 2006, he joined Super Aguri, and fans in Japan were super excited. But on track, things went badly. Day was slow, worse, and he was unpredictable. He made many dangerous moves in the races. The final straw came at Imola when a heavy crash happened with Christijan Albers. The FIA stepped in and they took away Ide's super license. Well, they said he is not safe enough to race in F1. That was it. No appeals, no second chance. His F1 career ended right in front of his eyes. It's often rare for the FIA to do this, so it explains how dangerous he was on the tracks. Well, for him, it would have been heartbreaking since he lost his license within a few weeks. Number 5. Pastor Maldonado. Pastor Maldonado's story is pure chaos. He was fast, bold, and wild. In 2012, he gave us one of the most unforgettable moments in modern F1. At the Spanish Grand Prix, he beat Fernando Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen and took victory for Williams. It was Williams' first win in 8 years. Fans celebrated like it was a miracle. Maldonado was a hero, but he also got a reputation that he could not shake. He crashed often and clashed with rivals. He was penalized again and again. Fans nicknamed him Crashtor Maldonado. That one win proved he had real talent, but the constant mistakes destroyed his reputation. You all must know the importance of consistency in F1. By 2015, teams had lost patience, sponsors pulled back, and his career came to an end at that time. Number 6. Jacques Villeneuve. Finally, there is Jacques Villeneuve. His story is almost like a movie. He entered Formula One in 1996 after winning the IndyCar Championship. In his rookie year, he came close to winning the F1 title. In 1997, he won it by beating Michael Schumacher in a famous showdown. Canada had its first F1 champion, and it was like he was ready to dominate for years. But instead of staying with a proven winning team, Jacques made a gamble. He left Williams to join BAR. Yes, a brand new team with no history. He believed he could build something from scratch, but the car was never competitive. His results fell, and season after season he started fading. Jacques did have talent, but his choices backfired, and the cost for that was his F1 career. When you look at all 6 of these stories together, you see the same message again and again. Formula One is not just about speed. It is about timing, choices, control, and trust. Nelson Piquet Jr. lost trust forever after Crashgate. Scott Speed lost his seat because he couldn't control his temper and his results. Emerson Fittipaldi lost his prime years because he chose loyalty to a dream team that could not even deliver anything. Yuji Ide lost his chance because he was unsafe and unready. Pastor Maldonado lost his career because he never found consistency. And Jacques Villeneuve, a world champion, lost his place in history because of poor choices. What do you think about these guys? Do you think there is a second chance in F1? Which of these drivers do you think wasted their career the most? If you could change one decision for any of them, which one would it be? If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you show us your love by giving us a thumbs up. And for more similar content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.